The greetings in the name of Christ. Hope everybody's doing it great. Okay. You know, a lot of things that you see a lot of people talking about is they tell you to trust the science, know the science. You can trust the science. People believe in the science. What does that really mean? Trust in the science or believe in the science or follow the science. What does that mean? What does that really mean? Because it depends on what you're looking at. First, we'll take a look at people follow science. But the question is, what science? Science is not exact many times. Science is supposed to be repeatable and observable and read. For example, if I take this marker, throw it in the air, it's going to come down. If I go on top of the skyscraper and drop a brick, or even this pin, and drop it, it's going to go down. That's called gravity. It's observable, it's repeatable, and it's provable. That's what science is supposed to be about. It's a scientific method. We talk about hypothesis as a guess, educated guess. Well, I believe that this marker will fall down if I let go of it. And makes a theory, like I have a theory that this marker will fall down if I let go because of gravity. Gravity's going to push it down, and I can prove it as a fact because it's observable and provable. So that is what science is supposed to be. It's supposed to be this observable or provable anomaly that creates a fact. But today, scientists don't follow those principles anymore. They follow all the things. For instance, science has problems of data. For example, people say, trust the science about global warming. But the data and the weather data don't prove global warming. To prove global warming, you have to go get all the data from 6,000, 8,000, 10,000 years ago, take all the data and together and show that there is this observable and provable data that the Earth is warming up. But they don't have that data. For example, people says that this is the warmest Earth has been. That's not true. In China, many years ago, like 15th century, it got 120 degrees and hundreds of people died because of extreme heat. And people are like, the Earth was not warming up at that time. There was no industry. There was no carbon gas. There's nothing. But China got 120 degrees. So people looking at data are not looking at all the data. They're picking and choosing what data they're assessing. So when it comes to global warming, people have to understand there's not enough data to make the assumption, scientific assumption. Example, back in 1800s, early 1900s, people had this idea of global warming started coming out. That was before the industrial age and before all these cars and factories and stuff. They were saying back in the 1860s and 1890s, that in 1960s and 1965, 69, that the polar ice caps would now in California and Florida be underwater in the 60s. But we know that didn't happen. So why that didn't happen? Because they had this idea, a theory, and they couldn't prove it, and it was made of ideas that did not come true. So you have to understand, data can be manipulated and made to be what you think it is. Example, let's say this is the hottest we've ever been on this date. Well, it doesn't mean that's really not true, because there's other times have been hotter also. Well, I remember when I was a kid, it was much hotter in summertime than it is now. I remember one time I was growing up as a kid, it got 100 degrees around Memorial Day and stayed in the hundreds most all the summer, almost all the summer. Today they're called extreme heat. All kinds of go and lose their stuff over that. But when I was a kid, it was just normal. We walked the swimming pool and stuff. The pavement's so hot. The tar was melting and stuff. So the whole deal on global warming is all based on people assumptions, not facts. Another thing is people always manipulate the data, and global warming is based on manipulation of data. It's not based on solid data. Another thing is that people have prejudice. Everybody wants to prove their theory, prove their ideas, prove religion, prove this, prove that. They have their own viewpoints of things they want to prove, regardless of the facts. Example, evolution is that way. Genetics has proven without a shadow of doubt that evolution never took place. We can prove evolution never took place with humans or any people, because genetic science says it didn't happen. Genetic science says all humans came from a common primary mother and father. Well, if evolution is true, that would be true. So genetics, mitochondrial DNA research shows that's true. That means that humans could never evolve. Another thing is that evolution is not based and observable in science. People says, this is, but it's not. So, I never seen a giraffe change into a mouse. I never seen a lion change into a iguana. And that's what evolution really is a species change. And that's not observable in nature. It's not observable anytime. So evolution takes millions of years. It means evolution is not observable, because it happens through evolution. Happens over millions of years. So it's that million years is not observable. I know anybody can do a lab experiment and have a span of a million years. It's not possible. So evolution can never, ever be a scientific fact. It's always be a matter of faith with religion. Evolution is a religion more than science, because people's prejudice and ideas of scientists, they don't look at the facts. They look on the facts that they will accept. A lot of us don't look at genetic science, because genetic science proves evolution false. A lot of paleontologists don't look at the fossil record, because the fossil record disproves evolution. There's a lot of people who has made discoveries, scientific discoveries people don't know about, because they were blacklisted and told and lost their jobs and stuff because they didn't go along with established theory, ideology, like evolution. So people have prejudiced ideas. That's going to color all their decisions and scientific data. Also, people deliberately make up stories and deliberate manufacture data stuff, and make people deceive people all the time in science. Science is about deception. When I was a kid growing up in junior high, I wanted to be a marine biologist. I studied everything I could about the oceans and marine science, marine biology. I want to be like Jacques Cousteau. And I got deeper and deeper science. As I got deeper in studying science and genetics and stuff, I came across a big problem. That a lot of information they're talking about was not true. And it was based on false information. So I got really disillusioned of science back then, years and years ago, because I found more and more dishonesty in science, the honesty. So we have to be careful what we accept as science. Science, just because science says something, doesn't mean it's a fact. Science is manipulated, controlled. It's all about money and power. That's what science really is all about. It's not about establishing facts anymore. It's about establishing money and power. That's why they still teach evolution in schools. We know evolution never took place. We can prove it never took place. It's a fact of science that evolution never took place. But they still teach in schools because it is indoctrination into their religion. It's a violation of church and state, people don't realize. But teaching evolution in school is a violation of the state-sponsored religion, because evolution is a religion, not science. Because evolution is all based on faith, because it's not observable, it's not reproducible, it's not anything like that. It is a concept, and only a concept. It's a belief. It's a believing system. If I believe there's a pink dinosaur out here, I said, did the pink dinosaur exist? And I can't show and prove that pink dinosaur exists, but people still believe that pink dinosaur exists. Does that mean that pink dinosaur does exist? No, it doesn't mean it at all. That's what evolution is. It's a pink dinosaur. People says it exists, but there's no information that it exists. So what does follow the science really mean? It means follow people's prejudice, people's false data, and follow all these deception. Because science is more about deception these days and money and power than is actual research. Because research after research have shown a lot of the things that people are pushing that science has said, no, that's not true. As all the things you see, you find other set of data that prove you wrong. So you got to understand, science is not set in stone all times. So don't believe everything you hear. People say follow science. That means they want you to follow their idea, not facts. So next time somebody says follow the science, believe in science, you ask them what science. Where's a set of data? What is your term of data you're looking at? Or is your proof? Because many times people will say that, have no idea what they're talking about. They're just repeating what they've heard. And the internet is full of this kind of information. People like to repeat what you heard because it sounds good, but it's not real. So what do you want to believe? It's your choice. To believe in the truth, or you believe in science, or you believe in mythology. If you want to believe in truth, you got to look at the Bible. Archaeology has proven the Bible over and over again. It's hundreds of pages and documents and pages that the Bible is true. We found all the places the Bible says. We found all the names of the Bible, a lot of the main names of the Bible. We find all this information in the Bible that's been proven true. People, and people say, well, it's not proven. It's just the Bible. It's the religion. If the Bible can be proven true by archaeology, that means there's something substantial there. That's facts. You can't deny facts, but people do because they're prejudiced. They don't want to understand the truth. Example is that people will look at something and they won't accept something because it's not what they want to accept. And the Bible is that way. People don't want to believe because the Bible says things against their beliefs, ideology. It's like Islam. Islam is demonic. It can be proven demonic. Even the Quran says it's demonic. People accept it as Islam is loving, caring. It's not because they haven't researched and studied it. So you understand what you're looking at. When you understand the Bible is been proven true many times. But people still won't accept it because it's not evolution and stuff. People don't want to accept what they want to accept. They want the fantasy. A lot of people don't want truth. They say follow science, but science is all false. So today you got a choice. You believe in the truth and reality, which is in the Bible and provable, and archaeology and text, and there's tons of information to prove the Bible true. Want to believe fantasy and Mickey Mouse and pink dinosaurs, which is science. Science can be as variable and be provable, but real science is that way. Not all science is provable. Not all science is true. So what is you going to believe? Why are you going to believe it? Do you know why you believe it? I believe the Bible because the Bible is true. I've done a lot of research over the years. I've seen tons of evidence that point exactly that the Bible is true. What do you believe? Why do you believe it? Look at God. He's real. And one day, you're going to be seeing it for yourself. Like it or not, that's going to happen. So what do you put faith in? Faith in the truth in the Bible or fantasy? That's your choice today. Truth or fantasy? What's your choice? May God bless you and guide you.